Welcome to the Friendly Geordies podcast. We have your favorite member back.
It's Mystery.
He was fired, but on popular demand, he is back.
I appreciate it. It was a diversity hire.
Yeah, Mislav had a busy last couple of weeks. He had to organize marches and stuff. You know.
I can't.
Were people really
And then he
saying
had
that?
to flee the country because people were asking too many questions about his links to the NSN,
What's that?
the National Socialist Network. Whatever it is.
No, you know what happened? They were just like, Mislav, he's an immigrant. Get him. I just lied. I'm like,
My cover's been exposed.
named you a little bit
This
too.
Nazi's got to fly.
Dude, so much happened when you were gone.
Dude, I like literally I saw it as I was saying in the what's it called, the pre-show, like I was just saying, like, I saw on, because I'm one of the only people left on Facebook, I saw like an AI image of like, and we'll be like AI image of people with like Australian flags being like, we'll have our own march in the bridge. I'm like, right, well, this is just some like boomer that's made this. And then next thing on TV, it's actually happening. I'm like, well, you know, they've gotten their shit together, but it looked pretty crazy. Was it not crazy? I don't know. To me, it was kind of just like, and by a landslide, these people have overtaken the government. It's called the Australia government. Albanese's been burnt at the stake. There's his corpse rotting right there. That's what it looked like from me. Is that verbatim what happened?
Well, that's the image that they wanted to portray.
Oh, but it wasn't that.
And I guess
That's what it looked
This
like.
guy was trying hard to say,
really?
this isn't about migration. This is about how much everyone hates Labor. That's what.
Are you serious?
And they were kind of right too.
Is that, you know what? I did see a few people just being like, Albanese out. And like, look, maybe it's because, you know, the many years of being, sat between these two Beijing lovers. That's what I'll call yous. I was like, I thought immigration was kind of reducing through Albanese and through, that's what you were saying, the numbers are actually reducing. So like, I literally was one of these sort of like socialist Sydney uni people being like, the numbers don't add up, mate. Albanese's doing great. Can't bash Albo, can we?
Right. Hang on. So you're saying that you don't think that anymore because you saw a couple of guys in bucket hats screaming, Albo!
No, I'm saying I agree with you that
Also
it's like,
a good
no, I'm saying they're wrong with the numbers.
Yeah, no, they are wrong.
Right?
They are wrong. And
Yeah, dude,
they
Chinese-
always keep using inflated numbers. But yes, we all know, yes, it's still too high, but the way that they exaggerate it is...
It seems like a lot of these marches are an excuse to be like, and that's why Labor needs to get out. It's like, so your solution is to get whoever the opposition leader in. That's your...
No, well, it's very convenient.
Just
Despite the fact that these numbers exploded under the Liberals over the last 30 years, there was never an anti-immigration rally until the Labor Party got in.
That's what I'm saying.
It
seems like a bit
convenient.
of a... It's a psyop. It seems like a bit of a psyop. And it's so easy just to be like, fuck Labor. It's like, it might be more nuanced than that.
Dude, Sky News was painting it like...
It might be more to
Sky
it.
News was painting it like it was the fall of the Berlin Wall, and it was like an Australian spring. It's like, hey, he's done it now. The pressure has mounted on Albanese. He has to resign.
Did Albo say anything? Like, we don't have to talk about this forever. I don't know what happened. Did Albo talk about it?
We've spoken about it. He did, but we're not going to get too into it because we're not going to do a repeat of last week's podcast.
Wait, give me like a sentence. What did he say? Was he
Sentence
just
of what?
like what Albo said? Was he just like he hasn't like banned the Australian flag or something? Has he?
Neo-Nazis are reprehensible.
Just
and
replaced it with the Aboriginal.
That's the official.
what he did.
That's the official flag.
I thought we voted against the voice.
All right, we don't have to go into. I'll do my own research, and by that I mean, Fox News. Australia is rising up.
They would have.
Do you reckon?
Absolutely covered it.
Shit.
Dude,
There was
ironically,
so
if
many
there was
YouTube
a
channels.
voice for Australians, for white Australia, that would pass, wouldn't it?
Fox?
No, just if there was a voice, but for white Australians.
We should have our own parliament.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it would.
Really?
It would absolutely pass.
Dude, I've been out of the loop even with fuck. I've even logged off Democracy Now because it's so depressing. Like, is the Gaza war still happening? Is that a thing?
Nah, it's all settled. But
Finally, dude.
they're both eating hummus, living
These
together.
negotiations were met.
Can you imagine if I came
And
back
now
and was
we've
like,
got to focus on the real thing. Migrants.
Can you imagine if it's just like that happened? The Gaza war's over. Like, dude, obviously that's over. Russia doesn't exist for some reason. That's all Ukraine now.
Yeah, it's all greater Ukraine.
Greater Ukraine. It's called Greater Ukraine. Dude, things happen quickly in this world. That's all I'm saying.
Moscow is New Kiev.
New Kiev. Damn, they did it. They finally did it. And it's
Trump changed it to New York's, Kiev. Hey, but what we will
Cold America.
what we will try.
Cold America.
I see, Jordan, how you're avoiding this segment because you know your career is about to be ruined. What, as a China shield, what was Dan Andrews doing there? Supporting the axis of upheaval.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah, that's what they're calling
The
it.
axis. I did see that.
Traitor.
I did see the meeting. That was crazy. It was
Very
weird.
convenient. He wasn't at the marches.
Celebrating the
Celebrating the
win of
immigration.
the Allied powers against the Axis powers, beating Japan. Reprehensible
Very
man.
un-Australian.
Shit.
Why wasn't he there in true patriot style, shoulder to shoulder with the Nazis?
With the Japanese, yeah.
Jesus.
I think that's how things are moving. Like they would be happy if he was celebrating it with the Japanese.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Wait, so what's your take on that? Should he have done it? Bad timing?
Do you honestly think? Here's maybe a question. Do you think anyone sincerely cares?
I didn't even know. Well, big surprise.
Well, I think the Labour Party distanced themselves from it.
Boys,
they were right to do
was Albo there? Was this like a meeting
No,
of?
no,
So it was just
Way is
Dan
Albo gonna be
Andrews.
right next to Kim Jong Un. Here, we've got a seat for you, right? Wait,
Okay. Oh, wait, wait.
right at the front.
Wait, was
Mate,
he?
I've heard you're a big fan of Queens of the Stone Age. Is that true?
Wait a sec. But he wasn't on like he wasn't sitting next to like King Jong Un. There wasn't that thing.
Huh?
It wasn't. Dan Andrews wasn't
Dude, he
sat
was-
next to
No,
Kim
he was
Jong Un.
way at the back.
But he was at that thing with Kim Jong Un and shit.
Yeah, he was in the picture.
As Bob Carr said, because he was also there. It was like, it was a splendid day. I would not have selected the guest list.
Damn. Okay, so it was like a bit controversial.
Well, they're trying to make it very controversial. Honestly,
Well, because it's controversial because like the whole thing was a big fuck you to the U.S. That's what that was.
Right.
And so Dan Andrews was a part of it.
That is. Why was he invited? Is he
finger.
in politics anymore?
no, I think it was because he tried to include Victoria in the Beltway Initiative.
Oh, damn.
And
Tucked
so
all
he's
the
got
way
a seat
down there.
in the back. In the back. Hit rise of importance.
Dude, what can he put forward? It's like we still have lobsters. Is this on? We still have lobsters. Like what? You just don't bother. Just surely it's worse for his reputation.
She made some big claims after this rally. I don't know. A lot of commentary was stuck in like, how this is an evil thing. But like, even if it is evil, what is the evil message? What's the platform? And dude, she said something to the effect of like, it's something that he always repeats, which is he wants to usher in an era of indivisible security.
Right.
Which is that he
Indivisible.
claims that in this new Chinese system of security, it wouldn't matter what the country's political system is, whether human rights are bad, good, whatever it is. We're going to just deal with the country itself, and its local issues will be themselves. And then each one of the members will have, he claims, equal sovereign rights, where like it doesn't matter how big China is and how small, let's say, Kazakhstan or something is. Kazakhstan sovereignty will be supported by China, and irrespective of what the political leadership is. And he also says, which is the crazy bit, that
New World Order.
New World Order. And he says by the year 2035,
Which is
the
soon.
New World Order would have been set, which is that all the existing powers will come to terms with what this new world is. And he's saying that he claims that the World Trade Organization's rules of trade will be reestablished, but it will have greater space for global South and Asia.
Right.
And he's saying, like, in this process up until 2035, we're going to see a lot of upheaval. But after 2035, things will stabilize.
Dang.
Dude, I mean, he got pollution down in Beijing. Far out.
Can he get
He's
the
got
pollution
a pretty
out of his
optimistic
mind?
worldview, huh?
He's got a what?
He's got a pretty optimistic
Oh,
worldview.
true.
Yeah, dude. There's
Way more optimistic than the United
Actually,
States.
Mislav and I
Yeah.
were just discussing this because he was in Korea and he was telling us like how you can see that this country, like on the surface, is like really advancing and and it seems like it's going to reap. But there is like
Problems.
there's massive problems. Like people aren't happy. He was like they're doing like their own version of Rally for Korea.
Dude, there was a, I mean, we'll go into that, but just on this, it relates, but like they had a Liberation Day in Seoul. They had it. Dude, it was, I'll show you
But at the
photos.
same time as the China thing.
I don't know if it was the same time as the China thing. It was earlier. I think it's
Makes
happened.
sense.
Maybe it was the
Lines
same
up.
time, but it was like all through Seoul, and it was, dude, it was Korean flags, obviously, just as many American flags, Trump hats, stop the steal signs, Israeli flags. In Seoul, Israeli flags flying. Some guy saluted me. He thought I was American. He had a MAGA hat on. And he went, "Yeah." I swear to God.
Last, the recognition. Yeah.
He
So
saluted.
you know I bleed for you.
Yeah, dude, I was getting saluted by old Korean men and women. I'm just like, dan, 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 eating one of those hot dogs, like, no.
While Mislav's great grandfather was literally in the Axis.
Yeah, that's true. My granddad was rolling in his grave. But that was, I mean, it was just on that note, like, we can get into that, but like this, man, pro-America is AF.
Yeah, well, South Korea is.
The
Yeah.
point that I was making was that in Japan, obviously the president just resigned and like their own version of MAGA guys coming in.
Yeah.
But China
Is that right?
was not that. China just like people were really optimistic. They weren't.
How can I just ask, how was it?
Again, that was 2 episodes ago. We did an
I
entire
missed out on everything.
podcast. But like what I can tell you is like, dude, they were first of all not anti-immigrants.
Right.
They were encouraging people to come in and live in China.
Yeah.
And I think the difference is like both China and Korea, you can see a shrinking economy and you can see like these dead ends, Whereas like in China, they don't have a dead end. They have this like extremely optimistic point. So what I'm saying is like, Jordan, like she and China, I think perhaps one of the only optimistic places on earth right now.
Really?
Can you tell me any other place? Maybe before this whole Trump tariff, like India was a bit optimistic because their economy was growing.
Right.
But like, man, everywhere else is just doom and gloom.
Do you think here?
Here as well, to some extent.
I think to some extent, but I think that's as Howard says, the classic Celtic skepticism in place. I think generally we're pretty good.
It is still like the lucky country here for all it's like, for it is, especially you go to Asia, right? I'm sure you guys come back and you come back here and you're like, nice to be back in the colony. Like it is just kind of like, can I have some bully beef? Like closed at 5. Shut up.
Always
like it's all that shit. But like generally, we are the lucky
and then,
country.
As soon as darkness hits, all right, lights out.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that I realize when I come back every time from Asia. Is
Yeah.
it's supposed to be this dark at night?
Yeah, I know.
You're supposed to see stars?
I know. And then you're like, what is there to do in this country? Like there's your Bondi run at 6 a.m. It's like, but do I have to? And then it closes at 7 a.m. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
It is like that. But do you think China is Are you saying China?
Yeah, China is definitely optimistic.
Really?
It's
Dude, there was a lot of optimism in that country.
But you're saying China is also reaching this halt. Is that what you're saying? Their economy
Well,
is.
no, I think in terms of the demographic stuff that you're talking about, they also have that demographic issue. But I think like they're looking at the entire world as their market. So they have,
Right.
from their perspective, they have infinite potential.
That's a good attitude. It's a lot better than.
It's not about good attitude. It's like it's what their situation is.
Yeah.
Whereas like in Japan and Korea, their situation is not so promising for the future.
Has everyone? Is the feeling that people they're just burnt out on Trump? Like it's like I can't even handle it. Like he's just making memes about it, like being like invading Chicago, and it's like it's almost just this malaise where you're like, yeah, whatever. Like, do people even care?
I think Americans care.
But
They do?
I think even
It's
Americans,
getting-
like lefty Americans, they seem really deflated.
Yeah.
They've almost given up.
It feels that way.
They're like sad and
Yeah.
they're not even triggered anymore.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
They're tired.
I think Mark Maron did sum that up well, where
did
he
he
was
say?
saying about the whole Rogan sphere,
What do you say?
saying that, look, guys, like you won the culture war.
Yeah.
Like we still sitting here
Yeah.
saying, I'm so sick of political correctness.
It's-
Where's it coming
it's
from
not-
anymore? It's like completely stamped out of every
It's
institution.
gone. It's-
Now we're kind of just saying that like libraries are woke. We're just up to that now.
Exactly. It's like, how much you won.
You won.
You won.
You won.
Yeah.
You should celebrate.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld had a really good point on that as well. Because, he was the one who said, like, political correctness has gone too intense. And he's
Right.
like, it's stifling comedy. But I recently saw a clip of him when he's just like, you know what? I was wrong about that.
Oh, really?
It doesn't. It didn't do anything. It's like if you were good, even with those constraints, you'd still be great. It's like, so I actually take all of that back.
Right. Yeah.
Political correctness hasn't gone too crazy. If you're funny, you're still going to be famous. If you're boring, you're not going to be famous. Like it always has been.
Like it always has been.
Yeah.
It is a bit like that. Well, I do think that there was definitely an encroaching attitude a few years ago, but that is
It's gone.
past.
It feels like it's gone.
But it also feels really old. Everything's woke.
It's not.
They're
It's
both
just
old.
Yeah, it's just not. I feel like America, if anything, there's this. I mean, I thought like if I'm saying this, you have a problem. It seems like fascist tendencies are encroaching in America. Like Australians are getting rejected because there's memes of JD Vance on their phone. It's like this is not cool anymore. It's like, dude, I want to be able to like, I don't know, like eat noodles. I think they're illegal in America now. It's just like noodles aren't American. It's like, dude.
In fact, like I saw I saw an Aussie comedian who was in the US touring, and he went on stage and he was saying like, my team has advised me that I can't talk about these two like subjects in this new America. It's like, as someone who is on a visa, I can't talk about Israel. They're saying like, just absolutely don't go there, because you'll get like put into a fucking prison or sent back.
Yeah.
And also don't talk about black people. She's like, so these are the two conditions we're living with over here at this
It's
point.
strange that America's become the society where it's like there's conditions now. It's like, what? That's kind of against the whole land of the free thing, isn't it? Like America was never perfect, but it's like it's a bit of a contradiction there.
I guess like Americans can still say it. They've still got the First
Right,
Amendment.
yeah.
It's just like people visiting over there can't have opinions anymore.
Show some courtesy.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, man. It's weird.
By the way, I don't know, on this topic, if you saw the Chinese military parade,
Yeah, that was crazy.
it was hard for me not to compare to the American one.
Why?
Yeah.
Dude, the American one was so sad.
They were like waving and being like, "Hey,
Compared to-
mom," like these U.S. Marines, and it was like very like Disneyland.
Really?
Yeah, and in the China one, they have lasers. I didn't know that was a thing.
What, in the sky that they're making?
No. They were like bringing out like a new Chinese laser technology. We've never seen this before. It's literally the first time Earth's seen it, and I think you can wipe out a country in one laser beam shot, like that kind of shit.
Did they
Hi, Ma.
take
Simplify. Simplify to wave to their mum.
It's insane. It's just like all rhetoric aside, one country's killing it and one is not.
I think you really have to be. I just don't even know anybody that sincerely thinks this anymore. There was a few years ago when everyone would say China is going to explode and America will find its feet. I think you would have to be really dishonest to not say that America's on the decline and China's on the ascent.
Yeah.
At the very least. It doesn't matter what you think about
Yes,
that. That's
yes.
what's happening.
Totally.
And
yeah.
just today, I was watching ABC, and I did this podcast a few months ago, and I got hammered in the comment section because I was explaining like how Chinese technology and warfighting capability, I don't know if you remember that episode, are like getting like the edge between Australia and China is like growing rapid.
right.
Just today, a defense analyst was saying that if China was to subject Australia to rocket fires and drone attacks, she was saying that Australia has the capability to defend Darwin for 12 hours.
That's like
I'm
half
surprised
a
they
day.
could hold out that long, frankly. I'm pretty proud of that.
I'm proud of 12 hours.
Half a day.
Jesus, just drink as many
I think
BBs.
that's an optimistic estimation. As
12
well.
hours.
But look, did anyone seriously think that you could defend yourself against China if they had expansionist tendencies?
True.
Of course you couldn't.
You couldn't. Yeah.
I say sit back and enjoy the dumplings. Really tasty over there.
Yeah, it's
I bet they are. That's right. They are tasty, I assume. I bet they're like the ones over here, but tastier.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And they're pretty tasty here as well.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
wait. So what was your verdict on Dan Andrews? Bad timing, or it is what it is?
Oh, well, if he wants to go and watch their military parade, he's a private citizen, do what you will. I would say that if he was still the Premier of Victoria, it would be let's just say, poor taste.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that if he's a guy that was invited, man, I'd go. You wanted to go see Tiananmen Square, so did I.
Yeah, I did.
I'd love to see it rolled out in the red carpet, even if I'm at the absolute back.
Yeah, dude. And
Wait,
if
so you
he
couldn't
can mow
see it?
down pedestrians, he can go to a fucking Chinese.
Yeah,
I just have
to learn how to do it better.
Jesus Christ.
It's a joke.
We all know that this current phase in Premiership is the Medvedev moment. And he'll be back
I don't know.
more premier than he ever was.
Is that a soccer player?
Probably heaps of soccer players probably called Medvedev. Yeah, so we'll go with that. The president of Russia in between Putin was a soccer player.
Okay,
From
sweet.
Brazil, maybe.
All right, Miss. Before we move on to
God.
the next one, do you want to do a quick your Korea debrief?
Anyo. Is that how you say it? I was saying anyo the whole time
Yep,
to say
that's
hello.
not the word.
It's wrong. It's like anyo, but then there's a more to it. We only learn at the end.
Really?
It's like anyong something.
Okay, well, what you were saying was the very impolite way of
Yeah.
saying hello.
Yeah, I was saying-
And you were saying it wrong.
Yeah, I was saying it in polite wrong to her.
Anyo.
No, is it
So good.
anyong?
And,
Anyong?
You just heard the word Enya in your childhood.
Isn't it anyong? Anyong?
Anyong.
I was saying that, and then by the end of the trip, it's like, that's how you say to people you are friends with. It's not, it's a casual. I was like, okay, so I'm just being a rude dick to every Korean I met this whole time. All right, that's good to know. But
Dude, you were a rude dick. We saw your video. I told Jordan where you were just harassing some poor
no,
Korean guy.
that was
No, yeah.
that was not. That was one night out, and there was what it was there was a man walking around with a giant Korean flag and like this thing. He was doing Jesus stuff, and I wanted to show him my Catholic card, the one that's like, in the case of an emergency, call a priest. And I was like, check this out. And he just brushed me off and goes, no, I don't have time, no time. And I'm just like,
Man, he's
Jesus.
got a lot of souls to save.
So I
And
wasn't-
yours is already saved.
Yeah, that's true.
You're wasting his time.
That's true, but so there was that was my there was a lot less. I wasn't the foolish white ogre this trip like in Japan. There was a lot less. That was just one small dip in the matrix. But I was trying to be nice. But no, it was.
Just said that you were addressing everyone with a nyong.
I didn't know.
No, sorry, Anyo. My mistake.
No, I said Anyong. I just didn't know. I didn't know. I got Kamzamida. But look, I've got a few funny stories, and then I would love. First of all, I want to say like Jordan was totally right. Like, I don't want to. Like, it's paradise. It's like I understand. You were there for a year, yeah? Were you just in Seoul?
I went to other places, but yeah.
Where did you go to Busan?
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Did you go to Jeju Island?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Well, Jeju Island is paradise.
Yeah.
I think there was a big push to make it one of the wonders of the world, and I think that it should be.
It's amazing. But there's a lot of the Koreans don't like it because they're like Chinese influence, too many Chinese. That's what they were
Yeah,
saying.
Jordan-
Yeah.
Apparently, Chinese can go there visa free.
No visa needed.
Just to Jeju.
Yeah, just Jeju.
Well, that makes sense. There's a lot of casinos there.
is that why?
Maybe I don't know.
There's,
why
I think that they have. They were telling me that like the governor there has like ties with China, and now China's buying a lot of property. But I don't know. It was kind of shocking how much.
You were at like their "Make Korea Great Again" round.
Yeah, no. I mean, they were saying that everywhere. But basically, look, I'll tell you,
Dude, Korea is in a bad position because like not only
Yeah.
do they hate China,
Japan.
They
as
hate
well.
also hate
Japan
Japan.
as
Yeah,
well.
they hate Japan.
And North Korea.
Yeah.
They hate themselves.
They hate everyone.
They hate
They hate
everyone.
everyone. Apart from they love America. But I'll tell you one funny
that's
story.
like Central Coast being pissed off with Newcastle and Sydney.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're in the
And
center,
Maitland.
mate.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, dude, this is a suburb of Newcastle you're pissed off at.
I'm going to tell you my funny story, but I just want to know like your take about it because I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like the food's amazing, the people are amazing.
yes.
Like what did you love about it? I just want to know.
All of that.
Yeah.
I think that Mum summed it up best when she said it's kind of like they figured out exactly what human beings need to live and they've set up society like that.
Yeah.
There is a nice innocence to South Korea for some
Yeah.
bizarre reason. I
Yeah.
don't know why that's the case.
Yeah.
But there is. And as you said, everybody's extremely nice.
Yeah.
But you figure out that they're just better at hiding that they resent you, like the
Okay.
Japanese.
So they are like that. Yeah.
They're a bit like that. But they also they've got probably the exact opposite of what Japan has. Japan doesn't mind you assimilating to Japan. They still, you're never going to be Japanese and they don't like you. But they really don't like tourists.
Yes.
And I think that Korea likes tourists.
They do,
and doesn't like, I don't know, like weebs for Korea. And how could you blame them? Seriously, it would be pretty cringe, all these people.
Wait, why wouldn't they like...
you in K-pop?
Yeah.
But why wouldn't they like weebs? I thought that'd be flattering.
It's... I think the only way that you could probably liken it to is, you know, when someone comes from the country and they move to the inner city and they become uber hipster.
That's true. That's true.
It's a lot like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, they're not really into Japan and they're not really into Korea. In Korea, they're into K-pop and the dramas, and in Japan, they're into the anime. They don't actually like the country. So I think that there's an aspect of that. I think... when I look back at my life,
because you're there for a year.
Think, God, I would have been happier just being an English teacher here.
Yeah.
That would have been way better.
Totally.
And just understanding that I'm scum.
But the thing is, there wasn't a vibe as much. In Japan, you feel like you're scum. That's why I got the foolish white ogre nickname. But like, I wasn't a foolish white ogre over there. It was chill. Like, it was like...
there's a lot of evidence to counter that. There is, for sure.
They feel, okay, to me, Koreans feel more, probably because of the history or whatever, they feel a real kinship to, they love they really enjoy hanging out with Westerners. You know, I felt that.
They do like that.
You know, like I met this one guy called June who actually lived in Australia for like a year. So he was really nice. And he took us out, and, you know, the food's amazing and everything. And dude, like, just this kind of lifestyle. He was like, we partied all night, clubbed or whatever, and he bought us dinner because it's so generous. He, like, Korean barbecue's like, it's on me. And then we bought him drinks all night and drove us home and all this shit. And this is in Busan. And dude, this guy, he's a how good's this? He's a DJ, and then I'll tell you a funny story. But he's like a DJ. He's like a young guy, but he's also in the Navy because I think the Army's mandatory there.
Yeah.
And we partied all night. He drove us home, and like we were kind of wasted. And I was like, dude, we were right next to this temple. And I was like, I want to go to this temple. And he's like, let's go now, man, at like 10 in the morning. And we just like infiltrated a Buddhist temple. And like, it was really cool. And just like.
So you were not a white oaf?
I swear that I was being very nice. It was very chill. But then he was like, I got to go to work at 8 on the, I'm going to go to the Navy ship at 8. And I'm like, oh, like 8 at night. You can get some sleep. He's like, no, 8 in the morning. I'm like, that's in an hour. He's like, yeah, man. So he just goes and changes in his Navy uniform. And then,
did he have to do that week of training?
No, he was already in the Navy. So
he was doing his service.
Yeah, he was doing his service. Yeah. So he was like, he just rocked up wasted. And then the next day he sent me this video. Dude, he was DJing on the Navy ship. And I'm like, what? He's like, in his uniform. And he pans over, and his fucking Navy captain was like, yeah, get it, man. Get it. They were DJing on a ship.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And he's like, let's meet up again for dinner, man. We'll go to a barbecue. I've got some really good news. And like, I'm like, this guy knows how to live. Like, it's just this, like I was telling Ali, Korea, I felt like I was in Technicolor. It was like Blade Runner Technicolor. And then coming back to Australia, it's like coming back to grey.
Yeah.
The color grey.
Yep,
I'm sure China was the same. Like, it was just like...
And fat people.
And everyone's so skinny there.
And I'll never, every single time from Japan and Korea, this always took me.
Yeah.
All the Koreans going off to get their visa, and then me going into the line of Aussies for passport, and then every single Australian, I'm sleepy, my legs hurt, that was a long flight, why do we have to do this little passport thing?
Always.
They already know I'm a citizen.
Always.
My bag's missing.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of, why do I have to declare this? Just immediately whinging.
You coming back after a year must have been... like depressing.
Oh, it was so depressing.
It's just
it took me a year to get over it.
I bet, yeah. But I mean, look, I'm just doing the mum rendition here. Where it's like, oh, there was a lot of neon lights, and I could.
There is though.
Yeah, I could get I could get noodles at 7 in the morning. But I'll give you a funny story. So basically, the I do not like you is pretty good, but that's not a great story. I'll just tell you, this is just an addendum to the funny story.
Have to, if you've mentioned it, you have to say the story.
Yeah. I'll just do an addendum of it. But like, we it's just such a funny moment. We met the Korean girls. Everyone's so lovely, and they were buying us soju or whatever. And then we just got like really wasted. And then these girls came back to our house, and we had this Airbnb, and we all got wasted. And I think at some point, at some point, like everyone was passing out, and at some point I was kind of just like, you know, this Korean girl's really nice, putting my arm around her kind of thing, whatever. And then they can't speak English. And
He went for the kiss.
That's a lie. But like, you know, being nice, being friendly, and then because they can't speak English, it's just such a funny moment. We're sitting there, and then she goes, and then she shows me her translation. And it just says, "I do not like you." Oh my goodness, I do not like you. I do not. And I'm just, and then the rest of the trip, I was just saying it to Gabriel, just being like, I do not like. It's just, I do not like you. It's just so perfect. But anyway, and then they proceeded to steal one of my friend's shoes because they thought they were just slippers. So they stole his shoes, and they had to leave it in a locker. And anyway, it was just they were just funny people. But the best story was, so I did a week in Seoul, week in Jeju Island, and it was just under a week in Busan. Anyway, we're in Jeju Island, and we asked this guy for directions, and he had like camo pants on or whatever, and we were just like, he kind of came up to us more than anything, but camo pants, whatever, and he was helping us, and he was like, and we're trying to get to this part of this beach because like they let me book a hotel once because I wasn't doing anything, and we called it the Vietnamese prison because it was so shit. And I was like, hey, the beds are hard, it's good for your back. Like I didn't mind, but the beach was an hour away. Anyway, this guy, he started sort of acting a little bit erratically, and he was like, he's like, English was really bad, but he was like, this way to the bus, and because we were totally wrong way, and we're like, okay, sweet. And then he started like, I noticed he was talking to old ladies a lot, and they were sort of looking away. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then at some point we sat down, and then he was really like acting strange. And then he started like, he would just break out in yelling randomly. He was like, yeah, like randomly, like violently yelling at us for no reason. And I was just like, beautiful culture they have over here. Like I was just like, whatever, you know. And then like another like strange thing, like my hand was like peeling a bit, and I went to shake his hand, and he like looked at my hand and like started peeling the skin off my hand. That was interesting, and I was like, okay.
It's helping.
And
fish that you put in Chinese massage.
Exactly. Anyway, so me and the mate I was with were just like, this guy's acting kind of strange. We're like, we've got the bus. Let's just get on the bus and like leave this guy, because he was just like yelling and started like he grabbed my other mate's hand, and then like he made like this, he was like tattoos, and then he started like doing a gesture of like cutting his wrist or something. I'm like, fascinating culture. Anyway, he gets, and we're about to leave, and then we're going a long way away, and he gets on our bus. He's like, and gets in our bus. I'm just like, oh no. And he's kind of like staring at us, and I'm like, he's following us. He's just gonna get on our bus. This is like pretty rural area. And then I'm just like, Jesus, like I don't know what to do. And then he kind of looks at me and he goes, the only English he knows, he looks at me and goes, Korea #1 psychopath. And then he puts on aviator sunglasses like Joe Biden, and I'm just like, shit, dude. I was like, I think we found the one murderer in this beautiful, lovely country, the one psycho. Because like Jeju Island's a bit rough. Like I feel like it's like rough.
Yeah, it's piratey. It's
piratey and it's rough and everything. So I'm like, shit. And my mate like was freaking out way more than me, to be honest. I was just like, look, I don't think he's gonna kill us. Like, it is what it is. Anyway, he's freaking out the whole time. This guy's like talking to people. They're sort of like he's yelling a lot, and like we tried to tell the bus driver. The bus driver didn't give a fuck. The bus drivers in Korea, they don't give a shit. They're like, fuck you. My life sucks. They're not very helpful. They're just like, fuck off, you know. And I'm like, fair enough, whatever. Anyway, long story short, eventually, like near the end of the trip, he fell asleep, and we had to sneak off the bus, and we snuck off early, and the bus just took off, and he was on the bus, like, and then we just fucking ran away.
Wait, he was waking up while it was moving. Like,
I think so, yeah. And then the bus was just leaving. We're just like, run to the beach, go. And then, yeah, you know, we just got to the beach, and I bought a fucking like cask beer for $1.50 because I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And like, yeah, we didn't see him again, thankfully, because I think like I don't know if he knew where he was going. It was just like the rest of the island taking off. So that was an interesting story. It was I don't know. I might not even be G'ing up how intense he was. It was like a real murdery vibe, and he was like a tank. So I'm like, this guy could kill us, you know. But of course, we found the most psychopathic man in this loveliest country ever. But other than that, it was just like meeting.
I had an exactly similar experience, but in Australia when I was a kid and came here as a holiday.
What happened?
In Cairns. I was maybe 13 years old, and we were in Cairns, just like.
Cairns is the Jeju island of Australia.
And then there was
I
this
bet
guy.
it is, eh?
There was this guy. So it was like probably we were eating dinner around 8, and there was this guy. He was around in 40s, and he's drunk, and he's just being a psychopath. He's like coming up to like our faces, and he's like crying, and then he's laughing, and then
Same
he's like,
thing.
Oh,
he's
so
going
good.
insane. Like he's going absolutely crazy, and
Mindless
everyone's
common sense.
everyone recognizes he's going crazy, and then he just like lies. So where we're eating at this restaurant, there's like a little garden type thing just outside, and he like starts lying. He's laying over, then he's making noises. He's talking gibberish. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
And then we start to get away, and then he's following us. So he's being crazy. Anyways, we get rid of him, like, you know, eventually, and we go home. I thought that was the end of this guy.
Yeah.
Next morning, we're flying back to Sydney from Cairns.
Yeah.
So I'm at the whole family's at the fucking gate, just waiting for the flight.
Yeah.
And the same dude is sitting right in front of us. But this time, he's on his phone and he's just having a business conversation. Like it's
What?
Like he's a normal dude. He's like, yes, I'll reach around 8
What?
a.m. and then after that we'll
Jesus
have that meeting.
Christ.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on over here?
I've never been there, but there's probably a lot of nutters up there.
Yeah, but yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
Did you know that he was having a business? I bet you was talking to no one.
Maybe. Well, there
I
was
wasn't expecting that guy to be.
Yeah.
Now, sorry, like fun is fun.
Fun is
We've
fun.
all got duties.
Hey, I got to pay for this insanity. Show me out, mate. We're gonna.
Yeah, there's a lot of incognito crazies as well. Who
Yeah.
put
It's
it
not
on.
to be homeless in Cairns.
But no, like
Did he smell?
He was really sweaty. I was scared of him.
Well, I
I
mean,
was a
that's Cairns.
child.
That's
He
probably just-
traumatized me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Korea was sweaty as shit as well. The humidity killed me. But no, dude, I'm just one of you now, man. I'm another white dude. I just lamented. I'm like, it's paradise. It's like, and I love how it's like there's buildings. It's like 10 floors, and it's like 7th floor is the best. I don't know, crab soup you'll ever have. 8th floor is karaoke. 9th floor is pool, and 10th floor is like citizenship and like passports. I'm like, it's like it's crazy, but it's so efficient and fun, and yeah. Anyway, it was sick. Busan was my favorite because it's kind of like Sydney, like the beaches. But one thing that freaked me out, dude. Did you go to the Busan fish markets?
Yeah. No. I couldn't.
Dude, the fish markets. So it's like there's official fish markets, which is like a fucking suburb, and then
There's the wet market.
yeah, you know about that? There's like the black market fish next to it, which is I'm talking they're 2 suburbs, like an hour to walk one. Just insane. And then I did the first one, and it was kind of, you're going to be like so angry at this, but like it was fucked because they had these octopuses and they're like,
Yeah, they're chopping it up. Thing.
and they've got like exotic fish. I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be eating this. This should be in a fucking aquarium. This should not be. You shouldn't be eating a clownfish. Like I was like, bro. And then and they were just like they're like octopus, and they just grab a live octopus. Like, octopus, and I'm just like, no. And then just go like, chuck it back like it's rubbish. I'm like, that was the one thing, like just being brutal to animals. But then you're gonna laugh. I was just like, the cruelty, the unimaginable cruelty. And then one guy's like, sea urchin. I'm like, well, I've never tried that. So I got the sea urchin, so he fucking chopped it up, and I was like, salty. So like I was being like, poor octopus, you shouldn't let him in here. More sea urchin, please. So I was doing that, and even Gabe, who I went to, was just like, I can't handle this. I'm leaving. So I walked around there for a while, and that was crazy. But then he left because I spent some time alone, and I was just like, I just left that place. I was like, it kind of makes me want to like not even eat, like, see, I don't know. It was very confronting. But then I got lost in the wet market, and then, dude, I'll show you guys photos. But dude, I went to the wet market. There was on a wooden plank in this boiling hot heat. There's no irrigation. There was a fucking whole shark. a shark, like a large, like 2-meter shark just dead on a thing next to some dried squid. Like, I'm like, where did you get it?
Yeah.
It's a whole shark.
And who's buying
a whole shark? Like it was like a white, it looked like a great white. Yeah. And that was very confronting. Like there's parts, like Asia's the future and it's amazing, but I was just like,
yeah, that's the one thing that I can't stand about Asia. The cruelty to animals.
The cruelty was insane. Dude, there was an eel on the ground that had obviously and crabs. Dude, I'll show you videos, but those crabs like this big trying to escape, and they were kind of escaping because there's no regulation. So there's crabs being like dish, like escaping. I'm like, let this one go. He's out of the tank. Like let him go. And they just leave him. And there was like an eel on the ground just going on the cement. And I remember just looking at it, just like some things were shocking me. And I was like, and then the lady was just, this other Korean was like, it's like out, it's dying. And the Korean was just going, chopping a clam, was just like, like being like, it's okay. It's fine. Just let it suffocate. I'm like, just, you're letting it suffocate, kill it, or put it in the tank. I'll buy. Like I turned into you. I was like, I want to buy every animal here and put them into the ocean, every single one. But then that probably helps the industry, right? Because then it's like, oh, so much money. We'll just, yeah. It just made me be like, it was a real thing of like, dude, our resources on Earth are finite, and they're gonna be gone soon. They're gonna go.
Nothing reminds you like that than a good old fashioned Asian wet market.
Oh my god, it was the first one I'd been to.
And also just the fact that they're so big.
They're suburbs. Suburbs. And aggressive. They're like, you buy. I'm like, what am I going to do with like, and there was, and some fish were dead in the big tanks. I'm like, that one's dead. Why is it in the tank? Like that was the only thing that really was like upsetting.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Dude, I have an image as a kid going to a wet market in Pakistan where this
They have them in Pakistan?
Yeah. This fat dude who's wearing like the traditional Pakistani clothes and they're wet and he's dirty and he's walking. I'm not kidding. He's got a shark over his shoulder. It's about a meter, maybe even 1.5 meters. And so he's just carrying the shark, no trolley, no nothing, in his holding. And like the head of the shark is at back and it's like hitting rocks. And he's like walking. And like someone asked him, it was like, I was just looking at him. Someone asked him, it was like, oh, that's a big fish. And he goes like, today is a good day.
It's just brutal.
Everybody eats.
Yeah. It's just like for such an advanced economy, it's like you don't need to do this. I mean, there's obviously poor people in Korea, but it's like surely like you can like do telemarketing instead of just like imprisoning these beautiful animals, you know? And then I had some fish in the wet market. I was already there. But it was like, you know, it was also
at that point, it's a waste.
Yeah, I honestly felt like that. Like there was like some already like fried. And I'm like, well, I'm here now. But like, but yeah, that was very confronting. But
was it good?
Yeah, it was good. And it was like $10. And all the little side kimchis and stuff, it's all free. Yeah, so cheap. It was great. Yeah. So like, yeah, it is amazing. And yeah, dude, I also was like, man, because I met a lot of expat, like there's a lot of Canadians and shit. And they're like, hey, you've been here for 15 years, eh? Oh yeah, like some bar that we were in and you can just play on stage. And it's funny going out in Australia because it's like you buy a beer and you knock it over. It's like 15 backs and you're like, oh God. I'm like, and then over there, the bartenders were like, free drinks. Just go to clubs, like, just drink for free. It's just like it's a better run society. I don't know.
That's the reason they've got life figured out.
That's a big plus.
You lick it up. And that's why Korea is superior to Australia.
I mean, it's big.
I've seen 2 stories of yours while you were in Korea. One was we've discussed you were just harassing some Korean dude on the street.
I was trying to.
And the other one was like again kind of sad, where like it's you and Gabe in a karaoke by yourself.
That
it's a massive room, and you're by yourself, and you're like. And I have it my way.
You know why that was sad?
Go on.
The one thing that sucks about Asia, no bins. There's just no bins. I don't know if China's like that. You got to carry your rubbish. It's like your fucking baby.
China had bins actually. Like
Korea, no bins. And nowhere really to piss. So like Gabe fucking was like, I got to piss. And he fucking ran into a karaoke bar and he's like, you got to come in because, and I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. And then like, you know, you have to pay or whatever. So he was like, I'm pissing. And the guy's like, no, you pay. Because obviously people just piss there. He's like, you have to pay. And he's like, I got to piss. So he ran in. So I was like, okay, fine. So I paid for him to piss. And he's like, 2 songs minimum. And I was like, all right. Paid for karaoke. And then he came out.
You can't just give them money.
Huh?
You can't just give them money.
No, you had to do it in the machine and everything to pay to sing. So that singing was like a by under duress, dude. Like Gabe got out and Gabe was like, all right, let's go. I'm like, no, we're not going. I just paid for you to piss. I'm singing a song. It's my money. I'm fucking singing a song. So that my way thing was just 3 sad men being like a guilt song. I'm like, I'm singing Frank Sinatra because I paid. So that was what that was.
Really sad.
It was
you
sad. It was
with
sad.
your mate in a big karaoke room by
sad.
yourself, just singing.
They didn't even want to do it, but I'm like,
it
it was sad. I'm like, I'm getting my $3 worth.
Why couldn't he pay the $3?
You had to piss. He's like, I'm busy.
There's no time.
Yes.
But there was time to argue with you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So there were moments in the trip, but there were fights and shit. But man, yeah. Look, I went to Korea being like, not even sure if this country exists. It's obviously going to be way shitter than Japan. Did I mention I don't think it exists? So there's obviously no culture here. And then leaving, just being like, bye, Jing, Fring, Ping, or whatever. Like, I'll miss you. Just like legends, man. The people are so nice. Like, met some girl who like had a wolf, and we let her walk her wolf. She's like, come, I'll show you to some park, and it's just fun. It's just like, they're lovely. It's the best. So I recommend it.
So you recommend going to Korea? For those of you, this was a paid advertisement by Korean government.
You got to go back, dude.
Nah.
Too sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be my luck that it'd be like, Seoul airport is busy. We are going to have to land in the wet market in Busan. I have to go through that.
They walk through it to get there.
And Jordan, I think
As they throw octopus at you.
Yeah.
Jordan, your time in Korea was probably, in hindsight, probably the best time to be in Korea. It was like,
Dude, I'm jealous of
Yeah, they've
the
had turmoil
absolute
since.
peak.
Yeah. Dude, I'm jealous of you. You doing that is like, that is the coolest thing a year.
Yeah, it was
Like,
great.
what were the
It was
highlights
the
for you?
best year
Like,
of
give
my
me
life.
some. There must have been some crazy highlights.
Well, there's no crazy highlights.
Okay.
I was studying the whole time.
Oh, yeah, you were working.
But I wish that I could
Stayed.
I
The best life.
don't know. It's
You can't teach English forever,
look.
though.
All I know is just recently, one of my friends there, Minhee,
Yeah.
she contacted me, and I was asking her about her life.
By the way, just as a side note, Mislav, Minhee's dad is the one who's selling Korea to China.
Oh,
Why?
the Jeju.
Isn't her dad like a high up in the left side of the politics in
He
Korea?
was. No, you know what he's actually doing now? He's suing the government as a member of the Supreme Court there.
What? Why?
Because he was one of those radicals that was trying to make Korea communist back in the day. And I don't know. According to him, he was peacefully protesting, and then the dictatorship came in, and so they was just like, "Quick, sick dogs on him," and like that kind of stuff. So
Damn, yeah.
he was suing them for reparations.
Shit.
I don't know if that was successful or not. I have to find that out. But yes, he was, and the whole family. Her husband is a judge. Her auntie is a judge. Her uncle is a judge.
Shit.
It's all judges.
Wow.
They're really, really smart.
Wow.
But anyway, I was asking her how her life is. She lives in some little paradise city that looks exactly like Kiki's delivery service.
Always,
and then I
right.
said, can I please see a photo of your house? And then it looks exactly like the house in Totoro.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
With vines growing over the top of it. And then she's got 2 little cute Korean babies that just come out and be like, hello, welcome back. It's such
The
a
kids
good
are so
life.
cute. Yeah. Yeah. Did you notice everything is like Lotte Castle? Lotte. Did you go to Lotte World? You went there?
Yes.
How good is it?
It's like Samsung, a very good copy of Disneyland.
Yeah, yeah. Did you go to that weird indoor area where it's like Pokeball rides?
Yeah.
So cool, dude. And
Right.
I did like some roller coasters there. It's so funny, Alex. It's just like I I was telling Ali, it's literally just like, welcome to Lottie World. And I'm like, this is Lottie Mouse. I'm like, Lottie Mouse looks strangely similar to Minnie Mouse. No, it's Lottie Mouse. It's so good. And then we went to like the folk museum, which was like the most cooked thing ever. It was like an Asian interpretation of history. It's like, as you can see, these Asian cavemen are building a fire. I'm like,
I remember
you remember that? You went to that? Dude, it's so good. So funny.
Wait, you expected white men to be building the fire?
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah. I honestly did when I saw it. I was like, that's not the history I learned.
But yeah, dude, Lotte World is hilarious. It was like leaving Lotte World, and I live in Lotte Castle.
Hey, does Lotte World still have a sizzler? Or is that
No, there was no sizzler.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if there's
That
a
would be
Sizzler here
amazing.
anymore.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
There's no
Everywhere.
sizzler. But I had a latte burger. It was subpar.
Oh yeah. Everything Lotte is subpar.
It just cracked
What's
me up.
that candy in Pakistan that your friend owns?
BP.
Yeah, BP.
Oh,
That's what Lotte is there. But Lotte owns everything. Like
Everything.
everything in Korea,
Lotte.
it'll be like Samsung presents screwdriver.
Yeah.
Samsung presents car seat.
I didn't,
everything.
but I didn't see any Samsung. I just saw Lotte everywhere.
Yeah, Lotte is another one of those huge companies.
Huge, yeah.
There's about 10.
Oh, yeah, that right. Yeah. But that was it just is a fucking, it's what he's saying. It is just an anime. It's just everything's an anime. The desserts are, it's everything's like the anime dessert, anime food. Like, I don't know. And they do Western food better too. It's like happy fun super
Dude, that's
burger.
the thing that China did not do.
Oh, really?
Western food.
Really?
They don't know how to do
But
it, dude.
they're trying.
They're trying.
And I
but they're
gave them
failing.
points.
Yeah.
They're failing, but I'm telling you, man, it's the same stage that Korea was in the 90s.
Yeah.
You give them 10 years,
They
they'll do
would,
it.
yeah.
They'll figure it out.
Dude, I even did all the like secret hot doggery on the stick. I even did all that. They just put hot dogs in everything in Korea. It's like kimchi with a hot dog in it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you didn't have to put it in that. It's in everything. It's in
And spam.
oh my
spam's
god, they
been-
love spam. Yeah. So anyway, it was sick, and I'm now a weeb. Sorry, this my whole life. I'm this arrogant white man being like, the West is the best. Now I'm just like, nah. We
No,
suck.
I'm telling you,
We suck.
honestly, you go to Asia and you realize,
It's
they are better.
They're better.
The
They're
West
better.
is the best after East Asia. That's what
Yes,
it should be.
actually,
from
that's-
now on.
that's
It should
fair.
just be in brackets
after East Asia, 100%.
That's it.
It's just everything's efficient. Yeah.
It was like what Ali said when we were there. And I was saying, China is like that. Japan is sort of like this, except for in Japan, they think they're better than us. And then Ali was saying, yeah, and they are.
Yeah,
and,
they are,
And they have
yeah.
every right to look down on me, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry for existing. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
right. It is a bit like
Because you
that.
know, like even how the treatment of fish and how they're look. I
is
haven't been to
brutal.
Japan, so I don't know the exact ins and
Yeah.
outs.
Japan's
But
not as bad.
I have seen
Right, right.
But it's still
Japanese
bad.
people take care of fish and their food to the point where they're treating it literally like precious jewels.
Right.
So like even the way they hold a fish,
Right.
they're caressing it like
There
a
is
baby.
respect.
The other thing they do is like when they fish, they'll like immediately kill the animal.
Okay, that's good.
Like
yeah.
they'll take like a knife or something and immediately kill it because it's all because they're trying to be kind. It's because they think it tastes the best at.
Right.
Because otherwise, like if you deprive it of like water,
Yeah.
the meat tenses up and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's probably.
So like
yeah.
the way I have never seen any culture take such meticulous care of their food the way the Japanese people.
Everything. They
Yeah.
take meticulous care of it. It's really
Everything.
part of their character.
Yeah.
You know that? I didn't realize this. It's my favorite self-help point now. But you know that classic painting of waves you see everywhere in Japan? You know what that is?
What?
That is a guy that spent 60 years of his life making the same painting over and over again. And the one that you see is the one where he stood back after 60 years and went, it is accepted.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And then there's thousands
Yeah.
of those that look pretty much exactly the same, but for
so
some
good.
reason that one works. And it is. It's an incredible painting.
I love how they
But
like.
they put that everywhere because that is a reminder of the core of Japan, which is
Yeah.
to do everything meticulously well.
I love how they're not entitled to like that. Like it was cool in Korea to see some guy working in like one of the million fried chicken shops, and he's like, "This is my career, and I'm very happy, and it's an art to me." And I'm like, "Damn, dude, like." You're not having like yobbos in coming back to Australia straight away. I just realized how loud Aussies are. Just like, hey,
loud.
Charlene. I'm like, she's right next to you, bro. Chill, you know, like.
And we feel that way to Americans.
Yeah, I
so
can only
they're off the
imagine.
Richter,
Yeah,
especially when they're in Korea.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Dude,
You can hear
yes.
it coming a mile.
I met
Hey,
yeah,
Charlene,
I know.
latte world.
I know, it's latte world, dude. I met one American in this bar, one of the many bars we frequented, and I was like, he was like, yeah, bagels or some shit. I was talking to him, and then I saw him. The next minute I saw him, you know, and then an hour later I saw him. He was drinking some blueberry alcoholic drink. He was in his undies, and the blueberry drink was covered on him, like someone knocked it. So he was just like, yeah. And he was just, and he was just being like, yeah, I dropped my drink. And I was just like,
I could see that.
A perfect summation of American. But the Koreans did kind of love it. They were like, oh, crazy man. But like, I'm like, we're fucked. I finally get your thing of like, I get it, dude. I totally get it. I'm like, we suck. They rule. That's it.
They're just better.
Yeah.
All right, look, I know we've talked about, but we have a few more segments. This one is important. Jordan, have you heard or seen about the new civil war in the Liberal Party? This is between the Alex Hawke faction and Jacinta Price faction.
Damn.
So Jacinta Price,
I need to brush up.
Jacinta Price, immediately after, not immediately, but like few days after the rally, she made some comments about Indian people. She said I just read she essentially said that Labor is opening up immigration, getting a bunch of Indian people to come into Australia, and they vote Labor. So that's their strategy of staying in power.
Yes.
That was her opinion.
Is it Indians, was it?
Indians, yeah.
You know what's really funny about that?
What?
Indians are the only ethnicity in the last election that broke for the Liberals.
She
Really? Right.
So she has some different opinions on that. So then this created a panic amongst the Liberal Party because they're like, dude,
we've said enough hot shit already.
Yeah.
It wasn't hot
to
shit,
dial it
dude. It was
back.
like, can you not get them to vote Labor by pissing them off?
Right.
Like, so they're like, so they freaked out. So Alex Hawke, who's saying like, Jacinta needs to apologize to Indians immediately. And Jacinta was saying, I didn't say anything. No, Jacinta's first response was, it's because I'm a woman. I see. This is all
the classic.
Sexism. And then Alex Hawke was like, I don't know what this has anything to do with gender. So they go back and forth.
Jesus.
And then
Outwoking each other.
Jacinta says, like, I didn't say anything wrong. If you look at the stats, 85% of Indians vote for Labor.
Yeah.
So she's contradicting what you're saying.
Well,
And
that
then-
probably is true, but last election, they definitely broke for the Liberals. She's probably looking at an average.
Yeah.
Right.
I think, like, dude, Indians are so, like, you don't want to, they can vote Liberal very, very easily. Like, that is a swing
that you can gain.
you can definitely gain. In fact, by default,
Oh, this
you'll
is
gain.
great. The Liberal Party is still fighting
So they're
amongst
still-
themselves.
they're still
This
screwed.
They'd have got no time to attack the Labor Party for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So the whole issue
Crabs in a barrel.
so the issue has become racism, but it is mostly
Sexism.
just about getting votes.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
But it's incredible that it's so transparent. They are openly saying that in the news, it sounds like.
No, they're making it about racism, but we know what it's about. It's about, like, don't piss off the Indians and get them to vote Liberal.
Oh, so the Liberals aren't saying that publicly. That we don't need to be ostracizing people that are
No, they're
ready to vote
saying
for the
that
Liberal
publicly
Party.
because, but they mean it in the sense of, like, they want their votes.
Yes. Yes, of course.
And Jacinta Ardern's like, I don't care about that. And, like, the rest of the Liberal Party is like, but we do. So you need to shut up. She's like, I'm not going to do that. You all hate women.
Is that's
Yes, keep it going.
Good to see that Australian politics is just where we left it, eh?
And now I think she's gotten to a point where she's, I think, realized, and she's now saying, like, I said what I said.
That's her apology.
Yeah, that's her apology. That's the closest thing you can get to an
If
apology.
I had my chance
from her.
again, I would say it again.
Fuck. Dude.
Oh, well, I'm very happy about that. Thank you for the update.
Yeah, yesterday, sorry, I'm just looking at exactly. If people want to talk about the so-called woman problem in the Liberal Party, it's this. We don't stand up for women when they're being mistreated by their own colleagues. That was her statement when she was asked to apologize.
Damn.
Immediately playing on the Liberal Party has a woman problem angle.
Yeah, and so the ongoing drama is creating a headache for Susan Lee, who
Just
has
staying out of it.
who has moved into damage control with the Indian Australian community, holding roundtables and taking a very public tour through Little India.
Oh, I'm sure that'll work.
Where's Little? Is that Parramatta?
Probably.
Miss Lee has also declined to apologize for the Senator Price's remarks, but has called them wrong and insists they will.
Well, I
not
don't
be
really
repeated.
understand that. That was pretty opportunistic of the press, which, again, keep going. I'm totally happy with you doing that. But what is she supposed to say? On behalf of this other elected official, I apologize.
Yeah.
I suppose you could do I condemn it. I don't agree with what she said.
But this is a really ripe conspiracy theory now. It's in the U.S. everywhere. The idea is that the Democrats or Labor or whatever left party is, they're increasing immigration with the sole objective of getting more voters. And,
Yeah. Well, that's Jacinta's brain, Twitter.
yeah.
He regurgitates whatever MAGA says.
But MAGA says that too.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
Yes, that's the grand conspiracy. That's why they did it.
No, not that. That's why they did it. But is that what? Because I see a lot of immigrants as swing voters. Like you see a lot of Chinese community voting for liberal. You see Indians voting for liberal sometimes. I don't know if this is like a hard and fast rule.
No, it's not. Some ethnicities do hold for certain
Which ones are
parties.
they? Like the Arabs and stuff.
Yeah, Arabs usually hold for Labor. They had their little protest vote last time.
Yeah, because
But-
they want Sharia.
Because they want they said it was about Palestine, but it was clearly about Sharia.
Sharia.
And it
And
wasn't being
Albo-
enacted quick enough with Albo's agenda.
And we all know
That's more
how
of a
big
term
Albo
TV.
is into getting stoned. In more ways than one, if you know what I mean.
I'm
Yes,
following.
yes.
I'm following.
More food for thought if there wasn't already enough.
Fuck. Brains
So
trust.
yeah, Arabs usually vote for him. I honestly think that look, there has to be ethnic enclaves that vote for liberals. There has to be. I'm gonna go
Chinese?
look at it. No, Chinese fluctuate. They go back and forth.
okay.
I think what it is mostly is Chinese generally vote for the Labor Party, but if you get enough of them, you can flip
Right.
over votes.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
Chinese generally, like a lot of them, like Liberal Party for whatever their economic policies, you know, investment properties. They love their investment properties. But when I think Liberal Party got a bit too intense with China, they freaked out because they have family there.
have family
and they have
there.
to travel, and so they're like, I'll take the hit on the
There is
$2
also
of
this.
taxes.
We always assume that the Chinese vote for the Liberal Party because of how much they hate the CCP. But usually, yes, Chinese dissidents here generally do hate the CCP. But that doesn't mean that they agree with the Liberal Party. They see that as like way too excessive in the other direction.
Yeah.
So they do feel at home at the Labor Party. That's also true. But there is obviously the type of Chinese voter that would vote for the Liberals would be your property developers and your visa smugglers and all those kind of things.
Yeah, but I think the new battleground will be Indians, dude. The amount of Indians that have come in.
and
the
that's
last
what
10 years.
Albo
Really?
really went in headways for last time, being like, "I love Modi, greatest world leader."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which was a bit on the nose, honestly.
So is that like the primary group that's immigrating to Australia or something?
No, the primary
Yeah.
group immigrating to Australia is Americans
What?
or maybe English. One of
Oh,
Actually,
so-
recently, dude, South Africans are. Dude, I met a South. I had to deal
South
with a
African?
plumber, and I asked him. I was like, "Oh," because he had a South African. I was like, "Oh, you're from South Africa." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "When did you move to Australia?" He said 3 years ago. I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Okay, this is what he said." Okay, so I'm just repeating. He's like,
They're killing white
he
farmers.
looks around. He's like, "Look, I don't want to go into this debate, but like, it was getting a bit much, if you know what I mean." And I was like, "What do you mean?"
you knew what he meant.
I know what he means. But I wanted to like.
I wanted him to say.
I wanted him to say it. He's like, "Look, I ran a plumbing company when I was there. 3 of my men killed." And I was like,
Damn.
"What?"
That is crazy.
I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, and this is what he says. He's like, "The day the last one got killed, he got killed. They took his phone and they left his wallet." And I looked at that and I thought his life was not even worth a second look into his other pocket.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, and then I decided to move out.
I mean, that is
fair call.
That is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He is
Yeah.
overcharging me on my plumbing costs. I will just say that.
Bastard. A grand conspiracy.
Yeah, I know. Of course, that guy was upset that they didn't take.
So
the
I'm on
wallet.
ANC side, the African National Congress.
Yes.
No, but like I think South Africans are a big, but dude, the sheer numbers of Indians.
Here.
Yeah, in the last 10 years is like hundreds of thousands.
Damn.
No, it definitely is. They're huge. But I swear that I heard that the largest was from the Anglosphere. Let me see.
I mean, I think the largest is the Anglosphere, but they don't count because they're looked at as good immigrants, right?
They're good immigrants.
Yeah, so they're like, yes, finally, we got a boost in our population. So I think
So is there-
it used to be like, obviously the first wave was like Lebanese and Vietnamese. And then you had like the 21st century was Chinese. And then recently, post 2010s is Indians.
Right. So is it consensus that immigration's at a good number, or is it? I mean, obviously some people think it's too high, but it's like, what's?
Well, I don't know if there's a consensus, man. There's people rallying on the street, so like it's,
Right.
it's everyone's opinion at this point.
Fuck, I'm totally out of the loop, but I mean,
You're out of the loop. Well, I want to bring you in the loop.
fuck.
12% of the country is now
Is what? Indian.
better. No, immigrants, like 15%, I think.
Is that high for a? Is that high? That's high.
You know, you would consider that to be high, but like I looked at England and they're like 20%.
Holy shit. England's popping off too. They're having anti-immigration rallies. And
It's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
the flavor of the season.
damn, it's all happening. Don't worry, Ali. You can stay on my watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know if I trust your ass. Dude. I'm gonna have secondary arrangements.
You're gonna back yourself. You got
Yeah,
a
I'm
backup
gonna be
plan.
like, you'll be the first one. It's like, well,
Oh, damn. Dude, no, you're right. It is India.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I-
And actually, yeah, no, United Kingdom's like 5th.
Shit. What,
It
what is
used
it?
to
India,
be.
China, or something like that?
Huh?
Like what's top 5?
Top 5. India, China, Nepal,
Yeah, right.
Philippines, UK.
Right.
And then South Africa's 9th.
Oh, really? I think those figures might change.
How
in
do
the
they-
future. There's
yeah.
a lot of them. That
How
are
do they
like leaving.
decide on like racial demographics for immigration? They're just like whatever. They're skilled.
Yeah, no, they're not allowed to discriminate.
No, it's based on skills. So, like, if they're
Right,
looking for
right.
IT jobs, like, guess where they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right.
There's that. And then, like, you had the Chinese ones, and then after, like, you know, the China stuff got a bit intense, they lowered those numbers, but they had to compensate. It's like they always need someone, so they compensate. Like, when there's a lot of, so there was a lot of talk about, like, oh, there's too many Chinese people, so then they started moving towards Indians.
Yeah.
Then there was, like, a lot of thing about, like, oh, there's too many Indian people. Then they started moving towards Nepalese.
Right.
And
Is your mom still being like, we did not come to Australia for this?
yeah, she's always of that opinion.
Really? Yeah.
No, but like I think she, dude, even she would be a bit freaked out by the rallies and stuff. I haven't spoken to her.
Oh, the rally. Yeah. Again, I haven't. I should look. I'll Google it.
It's all fun and games until someone does like the fucking salute in a rally, and you're like, oh, okay.
It's yeah. Like I said, it's like it's just automatically delegitimizes the march if there's neo-Nazis. It just delegitimizes it, you know.
All right, Jordan. I actually had to get your opinion on this one guy, and this is genuinely
Daniel Andrews.
So have you heard of Gerard Barron, Jordan?
Gerard Barron.
So Gerard Barron is essentially he's being touted as Australia's Elon Musk.
Okay, yeah.
So this is how he sort of came into prominence. He started he was in mining, and they mined like a bunch of gold in Papua New Guinea, and he
Yes.
sold that company and he made like a bunch of money from it.
Yes.
But his new plan is, and he's been pitching it to Australians, he's been pitching it to anyone who would hear. He always has like a rock in his pocket, and he takes out this rock and he
What?
says, "Do you know what this is?"
Coal.
He's like, "This is one of the most valuable commodities that can exist." And the rock, I don't know, it just looks like a little spotty rock. But he says it has
An
like
opal.
it has copper, it has like those rare earth minerals,
Right.
right?
Right.
And he's saying that they're all over the ocean bed. In certain areas, there's a much larger concentration. And he's talking about international waters. So, like, not any particular country's water, but straight up international waters. And he wants to mine all of these rocks out of the seabed. So, if you look at these rocks, they're just essentially just like, they look like, if you look at it from like a higher angle, it's like ocean bed. And then like chicken pox, you know, they're all over the place, these little rocks. and he wants to get all of them out. And he's made feasibilities about like how this is like better for the fish. So he's done all that.
It'd be like in The Simpsons where they show like the forest and then all of these trees falling on the squirrels, and then it's all cut, and then they're having
Teacups.
tea.
Yeah.
And his current focus is on these rocks around Papua New Guinea. Now, he's been talking about this for a while now, but people have been looking at him going like, dude, you're going to ruin like the entire ocean, like the amount of mining. And this is like a $1 trillion plan that he has. Trillions of dollar plan that he has. And
An
he said,
investment?
no, like eventual reward will be in trillions. And so like people weren't taking him too seriously because like it sounds like a really, really intense thing. Until Trump comes along, and now Trump is all for it.
very interesting.
Really?
So now
but wait
Trump
a second.
wants
This isn't like trawling the fucking ocean, is it?
I don't know exactly
No,
how
it'd
he's
be
going to do
worse
it.
than that.
Worse.
It'd be putting like a crane in and going like,
Oh, for fuck.
scooping it out.
Jesus, dude.
And so now
Reaching.
he's getting a bit of traction. Now the question is, Jordan, is he right? Is this like actually not that bad for the environment? Because it sounds pretty bad to me.
I'm sure his feasibility studies were independently.
He's an environmentalist. He wants to take stuff.
Wait,
from
hang on.
around.
I'm confused again. Why is it so valuable?
Because it'll help with the green transition. And he's saying like Australians will make a boatload of money and will also transition the world into green energy. He's like, if you allow me to do this, we'll have infinite rare earth minerals and energy that we can sell to the rest of the world, and America will help us. And all of this will be, by the way, kind of illegal because it's in international waters. I guess you can technically mine it, but like there's a
Right.
whole lot of complications. But none of that matters anymore because Trump's like, you've got my back. No
Damn.
one will mess with you.
Wow.
And so now Australia's in
Jesus.
this position where like,
Is he Australian, this guy?
yeah, he's Australian.
Right.
Well, I hope for his sake he's right. I really hope that's better for the environment.
What I do too. What's his name?
Gerard Barron.
I mean, last name Barron doesn't sound good.
I'm sure he's a great guy.
His last name's fucking Barron.
And I'm sure he's a self-made man as well.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure
look
he
at him.
is.
He's such a douche.
And he claims,
Look at
Jordan,
him.
I don't know what you think about this. He claims that mining in the ocean is a lot cleaner and sustainable than mining on land.
What's he based
Dude, he
that
looks fucked.
I don't know. His profit margins.
look
Like,
He looks like Justin Hems, one of these Justin
Yeah,
Hems
he's a
dudes.
douche.
Like,
Complete
yeah, just one of these sort of like
by
Jimmy
the way,
Hendrix.
that's the Rock.
Right, it's a truffle.
That's the Rock.
I mean, how is he saying that it won't destroy the environment? How, you
I
know?
don't know. He's got like his own scientists as well, who's
Yeah,
like,
right.
actually, sir is right.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, I.
But the question is, Jordan, like, okay, if we're not going to do this, I get this looks really scary, and I don't want to do it either. But how do we extract rare earth minerals if we're like being pussies about this? Is Trump right?
I don't know.
Man, look, I thought that we had more than enough in Australia on land.
Yeah, but like, what if, like, you know how a lot of our gas is offshore? What if it's offshore? Is
What
it
if it's
off
offshore?
limits?
What do you mean?
If we have rare earth minerals offshore, should that be completely off limits?
Well, I don't think that you're saying that it's in international waters.
Yeah, this one is in international waters, but a lot of it is in our exclusive economic zones and our actual shore as well. So, like, should we not allow that? Are we missing on the energy superpower thing if we have this kind of an attitude? What's your take on this?
Look, I really can't comment because this is the first that I've ever heard about this. But like, look, I will say that yes, everything is always going to have some sort of trade-off into it. And maybe wrecking some deep sea environments is maybe better than doing other things and probably might end up being more beneficial to the entire planet. It's feasible, having heard just that man's perspective and no oceanographers.
I was looking into this as well. It turns out that it's rare earth minerals are actually quite abundant in a lot of
that's
places.
what I thought. Yeah.
The real game is the refining.
Right.
So like if you like I was looking at because China is a leader in this, and there's like 3 stages of refining them. There's like one which is the raw minerals itself, like dirt, and that's like China produces about 50% of it. The 50% is produced in the rest of the world. in different places. So that's actually not the issue. That's why we have a lot of it, but then other countries have a lot of it as well. But then the second stage of refining and processing it, China apparently has like 60% of the market in that. And then the rest of the world has 40%. And that's like a value added quotient as well. But the highest one is the third stage, which is the extreme value added. And apparently China has 90% of it. So what I'm saying is like, we're still like hoping like, oh yeah, we've got these rare earth minerals, we'll be fine. It's like, unless we like develop the refining capabilities, I don't know if we're that lucky. I think
Yeah, but
like a lot
that's
of
what
our
we're
minerals
doing.
are lucky as well.
We are moving into refining.
Oh,
I think that would be key for it, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. But that's what Future Made in Australia is all about. It's about value adding. That's that whole process, because we've got the mining. We've got the infrastructure for that, believe me. When it comes to turning the minerals into something that is actually a material.
I think you have to like separate them or something, right? There's like nickel, copper, anyways. But like, yeah, it turns out like, so the whole idea that like we have a lot of like rich dirt turns out a lot of people have rich dirt, and it's all over the world.
Yes. But as you're saying, when it comes to rare earth minerals, it depends in what composites you've got of these. So we've got large composites of, oh God, I've just learned this the other day and now I can't even remember them, because they're just all these
Is it copper?
things that we discovered 10 years ago. No, not copper. It's, trust me, they're names like zircosucubium, like that kind of stuff, right?
Zinc.
But we've got big deposits of a lot of those that are going to be very necessary in the green tech future.
Right.
And it'll be pretty much us in Africa.
But the other the other estimate of this guy is like they're about to ruin the world's oceans in this like fight for mineral supremacy.
So it will have destructive.
Well, I mean, look, if Trump is like saying that, you know,
If Trump's for it, it's
waters,
destructive.
go for it,
Yeah.
and like I'll protect you with my navy, is like, I think we're gonna ruin the ocean.
Oh, it's already so ruined. No more.
Yeah, well, we can only hope that Trump's former best billionaire friend colonizes Mars soon. That'd solve all the problems.
Yeah.
But then you had astronomers saying, you're going to be ruining the pristine ecosystem.
Of Mars.
Come
Of
on.
Mars.
Do we really care about Mars?
And like, let's be real,
Ruin
Mars's ecosystem is ruined.
It's done. It's dust. It's dust.
It's done. It's had its time.
I watched some little doco thing too that was saying that like apparently China's need for our minerals is like slowing pretty dramatically, and it's like it's gonna start. He was basically saying like our like easy train of exporting minerals is gonna start drastically slowing. Is that true?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Fuck.
Probably coming up with alternate sources.
But there's got to be. I'm sure Labor are investing in other sources. They're not just banking on being like, no. This will be.
Well, that's exactly it. Like, you can't just be the quarry forever.
No, because
you
that's
have to do other things.
That's all we are.
Yeah.
So they are doing that?
Yeah, they're doing it.
That's sick. Okay, good. Because like it freaked me out. It was like Australia's gravy train's about to end. I'm like, that doesn't. I like gravy. That's not good. Is it a different kind of sauce?
John, we're almost out of time. So the last thing was Adam Bant, out of nowhere, after a long time,
He's
put up
still
like
around?
a post with just this post with eyes, and
Yeah,
people
yeah.
were like speculating that he's making a political comeback.
what?
But you know what it actually is?
Yeah, president of ACF.
Yeah. So
What's that?
what do you think about that? Is that a good organization or a bad one?
It was.
What is it?
Australian Conservation Foundation.
Oh.
So do you know their work? Like, so what happens now? Also, why would you get him as a CEO? That seems like a high stake job for like a Greens.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Damn, he's laughing.
I know.
Huh? He's laughing like all these pollies get cushy jobs after they.
Kickbacks.
You ever noticed that?
But what influence does that man have in the Australian political system, where
It's just buddy shit.
an NGO would think that like it's worth making this guy a chief executive and give him a fat salary because
So
of
I think it's
They always do
it's
that.
always
Like,
that.
ACF has always been one of those
always
kickback
like that.
jobs
Yeah.
that you get after that.
Politicians get good jobs after.
I think they just, they probably just got him for the name. I'm imagining that the ACF doesn't really change. I think that, like any institution, Adam Bant was saying the things that he was saying because he's a Green, and he'll be saying the things that he says as the ACF because he's the ACF.
there you go.
If you want to keep your job anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, if you try to radically change what it is, the thing is, Adam Bant probably isn't going to enjoy his time at ACF, because the ACF is one of those serious environmental organizations.
Yeah, but like, isn't he going to be like, oh, what about asexuality? We have to stick up for them. Like, isn't that going to happen?
No, but that's what I'm saying. He was saying that because he's a Green. Now that he's at the ACF, he'd be sitting there and saying, like, everything has a process and we should put him to submissions.
Yeah,
and he'd probably be saying that
But he
stuff.
should have done that while he was in the Greens. He probably would still be.
I am sure, to Adam Bant's credit, I am sure that Adam Bant would have liked to, but you're only as good as your fans. You can really only do what your base
Have to
wants.
walk around with a big toothbrush instead.
Yeah.
There you
Making
go.
a real change.
Jesus.
Thank you, everyone, for
giants.
joining us for this episode. Make sure you sign up to the Patreon, Friendly Jordy's Podcast Patreon, and listen to the upload, because this upload is going to be juicy.
Cool.
Mislav has some real X-rated stories about Korea and subsequently his life beyond
All
Korea.
right. Yes.
So we'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.